See you in Seattle, see you at the fair. Take a way ahead look at tomorrow, just as if you were there. Take a rocket trip to Mars, have your dinner way up in the clouds. Stroll the boulevards of the...
Hey, everybody, it's time for your Browns Friday Fumble!
Fall on it!
Don't try to pick it up and run. My name is Dave.
I'm Dylan.
Lot of football happened last week, but we got an emergency on our hands.
Emergency opening.
Emergency situation. You guys, your listeners, you know, we like to talk about the game. We like to talk about what happened. We like
get
to
it
go
out of the
about
way.
that. Yeah. But unfortunately, we got some topics to cover first.
A couple of topics.
Game
Yes.
like this, such a juicy week. We'd start with water handshake gate.
That's where we'd start.
That's where we'd start, and we work our way down. And if you're keeping me from a juicy topic like Richard Simmons refusing to shake Baker Mayfield's hand, caught in a lie with video evidence, you know, you got to be doing something good to get me off of that topic, or something bad.
You can't imagine the fury.
Guys, like a shitty Taco Bell employee, we've got some beef on our hands.
Well, we didn't want to do this again this year. Someone has forced our hand.
We tried to play nice with the other podcasts.
Former friend of the show has taken it just about, I'd say, 10 steps over the line.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to have to analyze a video of my foot in his ass after this one.
Yeah, guess what? It's Jake Burns. It's Jake f***ing Burns. And he done pissed us off this time. So, let me set the stage for you. First of all, I don't remember which one it was. I don't remember who was operating the account. Was it you?
It was it was D.
Okay, so it could have been Derek. At Derek, we finally hired him to be our Twitter intern. Anyway, don't remember who it was. Jake was on there with some bullshit, quote, analysis, unquote, of some videos for his website, Brown and White Review, or whatever that was. You know what? I don't want to get into how wrong that was. He was bad-mouthing Baker. That would take a whole episode to just explain how wrong he was.
Just to unpack all of that.
To unpack how wrong that video was. But, you know what? I tried to correct him in a nice, polite way on it and offer him a chance.
Oh, you were so diplomatic.
But instead of taking his medicine like a good little boy, he decided to take a swat.
And as they say, Dave, you take a swat at the king, you probably shouldn't miss or else he'll probably be mad.
Yeah, you're correct. That is how the saying goes. Like I said, all I said to him was that he was wrong and he needed to come on the Friday Fumble to apologize to Baker, to Cleveland, to pretty much everyone.
Allie Clifton.
He seems so fancy what he does. But you know what all he does? He draws shapes on things.
Dave, come on, man. Just let it go. I'm not ready for this.
I have to do this. Jake called us...
Dave, come on. Don't say it, man.
Jake called us a oval. A oval, guys. Jake, you hear that right now? That is one of the toughest men I know crying like a baby right now. Maybe you should think before you speak. Because maybe if you knew the whole story, you'd maybe not be so insensitive. But an oval killed Dylan's pet iguana, Gus Edwards. You've opened up some fresh wounds, Jake. I know for one thing, Dylan is a broken man right now. But guess what, buddy? I'm not broken, and you mess with the wrong podcast. So consider yourself beefed. You're officially banned from the Friday Fumble for like 2 episodes until we cool off. All right, guys. A lot of gossip this week. We can't even cover the Q's and T's.
What is this? Page 6?
What is this? The Real Housewives of the NFL.com?
We can't even get into plays.
Where's Andy Cohen on this? We don't even have time to get to the plays.
This is Cleve MZ.
Yeah, think about that. I can't think of any others. Anyway, there's so much going on, you guys, with all the drama and all of this.
Where do we start?
Yeah, where do you start? But it's not with the game.
Can't
start with the game.
Well, it happened.
Don't have time. Maybe we'll do a Wednesday fumble that we talk about the game. Maybe. We can't. We're not going to have time. This episode's too long as it is, and we just started. So, okay, first, the Whitewater Handshake Gate Contra scandal, which really, just like the other, maybe we'll do a Tuesday fumble, should get its own episode.
Demands its own episode, really.
Yeah, but we're going to have to do some of the...
We'll try to summarize it, I guess.
Summarize it, yeah. So let's start at the beginning.
Yeah.
Richard Sherman.
Coin toss.
A captain of the Seahawks, but somehow is on the 49ers now. Like, when...
I guess a mutiny occurred?
Some sort of mutiny occurred.
Some sort of coup d'etat?
Well, frankly, he saw the money that people were making in gold, and he rushed himself to get in on that gold rush.
That actually makes sense.
So that's why he's down there.
Yeah.
I guess he told Seattle, I'll be back once I've got the gold.
Yeah.
But
I can't blame him for that.
So in a post-game interview with Mike Silver, Richard Sherman said, well, the real reason we won, it wasn't the fact that Antonio Callaway volleyballed up a sure-thing touchdown or that Baker Mayfield had 1.0 seconds to throw the ball or that the play calls were not ideal. It was the fact that Baker Mayfield refused to shake Richard Sherman's hand before the game, which...
This setting up a nightmare scenario, Dave.
It was a cascade snowball that snowballed out of control, because if you know one thing about Baker Mayfield from his past, other than one of the other Baker Mayfield things from his past, he was snubbed at a handshake by some stupid college team. They're all stupid. He was snubbed, and he didn't like it.
Yeah.
So to do that to another player, that's just the lowest of the low. But guess
there's a line that nobody should cross, Dave.
But, Richard Sherman, you're forgetting that you live in the year 2019 and not the year 1987.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is on film from 8 different angles.
Buddy, everything.
And I enjoyed
everything.
I enjoyed the day where 4 different versions of the video came out of the handshake, each more clear and concise than the last, to show that not only are you a liar, you also got caught in your second lie about lying.
Mm-hmm.
That's a double lie.
That's a double takedown. And it was like a Renaissance painting in video form.
So the first video comes out. It's from the San Francisco 49ers Instagram story.
Mm-hmm.
It is from behind the action.
Yeah. Not a whole lot of visibility anyway.
Guess who you can't see shaking Richard Sherman's hand? Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is hugging everybody else. Richard Sherman and Baker Mayfield are behind a gigantic goddamn lineman.
Didn't go in for the hug.
No, no hug.
We will give Richard Simmons that one.
Second video comes out. Video of the scoreboard in Lee Jean Stadium of the coin toss. And what do you see there? But wait. It's not very clear. It's a little grainy.
A little bit of a hand extension.
But there's a little interaction there, and I don't see what's going on. That video comes out.
An acknowledgement of the human being standing across from you.
There's a human being there, a human being here. We're both human beings. We both have hands. That's all we can tell from the second video.
Now, the third video.
Then the kicker.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking
Not literal. No. It's
the real kicker.
not gold. Yeah.
There's just a full-on HD video of Baker Mayfield shaking Richard Sherman's hand.
Clear
100%
clear as
full-on
goddamn
HD.
day you were born.
Blow it up to 75 inches. Put it on the Jumbotron at Lee Jean Stadium.
Mm-hmm. Show everybody.
Show everybody. And there it is. And that's it. Like, what are you supposed to do with that? What are you supposed to do with that?
Sweat to the oldies, I guess.
You sweat to the oldies. You try to fit into that old pair of Jordache jeans at Jordache Jean Stadium. And that's it. So that's scandal number one.
Yeah, it's number one.
That's
on the
scandal number
scandal
one
list,
of the
guys.
week. Number two.
And it just goes on.
Number two did not get as much publicity.
Right.
But I think is worse than
My God.
the handshake contra
The
scandal.
look on his face, Dave.
This is just sad. We're talking, of course, about the jersey swap and retraction of jerseys between Odell Beckham Jr. and San Francisco 49ers receiver Dante Penis. As you've seen, many players, which frankly angers many, many Browns fans, as we've seen in the past, they've taken up the soccer tradition of swapping jerseys with corresponding players on the other team.
Yep.
And then if you're a rich NFL star and you have like a rumpus room in your basement, you frame them and you put them up and you
there's
put a picture and
sweaty, nasty jerseys.
yeah. And so, I don't want to frame this as anything more than it is. But let's just look at this from Odell Beckham's perspective. Odell Beckham is
He is a Brown.
He is a Brown. He is
a superstar
He is probably the most famous wide receiver
that has ever lived in the history of the world.
Yeah.
The best player on the field all night.
Yeah. So he's got a virtual unknown, Mike Penis, wants to swap jerseys. I don't know who initiated it. They take a nice picture together. And after the picture's over, Mike Penis goes, no, I want my jersey back.
Yeah. Hey, can I have that back? What?
Is this a
What?
Is this a Little League soccer situation?
What?
Where if you don't take the jerseys back, the kids are going to like lose them and not show up? Has he ever had to play in the wrong jersey or something?
Is this a budget issue?
The look on Odell Beckham's face of, okay, that's weird. Because guess what? It is weird.
It's the weirdest. Not only is it the weirdest, my heart hurts. Dave?
Kyle Shanahan, offensive guru, has already got a ton of plays. He's got plenty of time to make another jersey.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a problem. I just don't get it. Does he not like Odell Beckham Jr.? Does he not realize that Odell Beckham Jr. is like that jersey like value alone?
Yeah. Probably one of that
more
guy's
than
paychecks.
Yeah, probably more than Mike Penis makes. I'm going to Google what does Mike Penis make.
What? Just Google NFL minimum salary, because that's what he makes, Dave.
Well, I'm Googling it right now. I can't type that fast. That might as well be the minimum. It's $770,000.
Yeah. That's definitely how much an Odell Beckham game-worn jersey is going to go for.
Yeah.
Come on. Get out of my face.
Get out of my face.
So one last scandal, quote-unquote, that everybody seems to be so mad about.
Yes.
Was the rightful reclamation of pride by one of our own sons.
You know what? The Super Mario Bros. Says they finally got retribution. Say what you will. We're all Browns fans. This is a Browns podcast.
Of course. But this is a beach nut town, Dave.
It is a beach nut town. And this is something, I heard people conflicted about this, and I said, conflicted about what? This is a one-sided issue. Sorry the Browns lost, but Nick Bosa was correct in planting his invisible flag in the middle of the invisible
of his
center
own stadium.
It was time he got retribution.
Had to.
For the Beachnuts, if you remember, childish college quarterback Baker Mayfield, childish, upon beating on a series of very lucky plays.
God, this kid, ugh.
And the refs, thank you. Thanks for the game, refs.
Might as well planted a black and white flag.
So so much disrespect, planted an Oklahoma flag in the middle of Beachnut Stadium.
I'm sure you guys remember this.
I don't want to talk about it too much. You remember it. You were seething. You're probably still seething until Monday night.
And you got so mad for it felt like 10 years.
It felt like 10 years when they drafted Baker Mayfield, you were like, "Argh!" Yeah. And when he got the rookie touchdown record, you were like, God damn it, that fucking flag. And now you're sitting there.
Finally.
You're like, you know what? I can get some closure on this. Because
Finally.
Nick Bosa
did what we all have wanted to do.
What he did is in a game where the Browns were down multiple touchdowns, forced to pass, was able to get a sack. And upon doing that, he planted an invisible flag on like the 35-yard line or something.
Of his own stadium.
He since claimed his stadium for himself. And now we may all sleep soundly knowing that the Beachnuts legacy has been defended.
God, what a meaningful moment, Dave.
So meaningful. Now it's time for a new segment brought to you by newsegments.com, the website that gives you new segments for your podcast. We asked for some engagement, is what they call it. You're in the business, Dylan.
Yep.
Isn't that what they call it? Engagement.
Well, you want people talking. You want the conversation. Yep.
So we sent out on this old Twitter machine.
Bud.
We sent out a call to action, which is another term you told me to use.
CTA.
We asked you guys, let us summarize this Monday Night Football game with an animated GIF. So we asked you to get the best animated GIF, and we would read the best ones on the air. So we are currently calling them up right now.
All right. So first one I got is okay. It looks like a minion with a banana. Oh God, the scary minion.
Oh, scary minion.
That was alarming.
That is alarming. That's a good one. The next one is the one with Elmo on the potty.
That's a
good one.
Oh, okay. Here's Bob Saget. I haven't seen him in a while.
This doesn't look like an episode of Full House.
Oh my God, he's swearing, Dave. Oh my God, have you?
I didn't think he could swear.
Oh.
Okay, well, move on. Let's scroll down.
Jesus.
Scroll down. We've got one with a sign that says, nah.
Okay, here's a Randy Jackson. I love this one.
Oh, yeah.
This is
remember, he would say that on the show.
Oh, my gosh, all the time. And you know what? When applied to this game, it actually makes a lot of sense.
Well, the question is, though, is he saying, no, he's not going to do it?
Oh, man, that's a really good question.
Please,
well,
I'm actually, while we're here,
yeah, do it.
I'm going to ask him, please clarify.
Yeah, thank you. So Randy Jackson, of course you guys know this one. Randy Jackson says, yeah, that's going to be a no from me, dog. And that's just, one of the iconic.
Yeah, that is one. It's a great one. Great one.
What do you got there next?
Next, we got Hank Hill shooting himself with a hose, which I'm always in support of Hank Hill.
Oh, a dumpster fire. So that's always fun. And especially that game. That's pretty illustrative of
boy, oh boy.
I felt like that was
Okay, let me scroll down here. Let's see.
Oh, from Schitt's Creek, we've got Moira.
Yeah, I do
there.
like that one.
She's saying it's grotesque. That's a very Moira appropriate line.
Sure
isn't
is.
it? Yeah.
This one says it's F-word embarrassing, and there's a guy
Ooh.
kicking. Is that a trash can?
Ooh,
Kicking a trash can.
I don't like that language.
No.
Yeah.
This one. No words, so it's just a guy over top of another guy.
Oh my gosh, that's Friday.
Oh boy,
That's Friday. You got knocked the another F word.
There it is.
You got knocked the F word out. Oh, buddy.
Good thing there was no.
Oh my gosh, they're talking about the Browns.
Oh, they got knocked out. Knocked out.
I don't
Ooh.
I don't really like
Next
that.
one, there's a balloon that says fun, and what the?
He popped it with a needle.
Pop, man! If that had sound, that would make a pop noise.
And it is it literally took away my fun.
It did, me
that
too.
Game.
I'm gonna go past the next one because that's gross. I'm not gonna.
Oh God.
It's gross. You don't want to look at that.
Oh my God. I can't even. I keep looking at it.
Don't
Dave.
just keep scrolling. Go down because there's a better one. I know you love that show.
Yeah. I've been describe my likeness as Fry a lot.
Yeah.
So this one is Fry from Futurama, urging us to fix it. How many fix-its?
Take that, Browns.
18.
Next, I got the George Michael Bluth from Arrested Development lying down on the ground.
Yes, that's a classic.
That's how I felt. That's because it was so late.
I wanted to sleep.
It was so late.
I was so tired.
Yeah, I
on
was ready.
Tuesday.
I could have slept right there.
Oh my gosh, this next one is simply hilarious. I believe it's from one of those infomercials that just shows
he's
problematic,
just having a real problem trying to wash that car.
Trying to wash that car. Too many items.
Too many. Yeah. The Browns had too many items
tools.
too. Yeah.
There was a 12-man.
There was, there was,
Mm-hmm.
but somehow Seattle gets away with it. It's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we got, appears to be a piece of fecal matter. So,
yeah, that's tasteless.
and then the next one,
Again with
the fecal matter.
This
Guys,
this one is an elephant though, so I don't know. Does the cute factor of the elephant
override the fecal matter?
Override the fecal matter involvement. I don't know.
I don't know either. And
I'm on the fence, and this isn't my field of study.
Not mine either. And I will say that I have not gotten clarification on it's going to be a no from me dog yet. So we'll just have to keep it vague. I don't know if they didn't want to participate or what.
Well,
so, all right.
Thanks,
guys. We'll be here with the next next week. We'll do the
more engagement.
So
much more engagement.
If you need a segment for your podcast, go to newsegment.com. It's time for a little bit of Browns news.
And where do we get that Browns news, Dave?
www.clevelandbrowns.com/news.
The only reliable source for Browns news and guidance.
You guys remember that Nathan Zagura was in here, and he did tell us that, no, for serious, clevelandbrowns.com/news is the place to get all your Browns news.
And which it is.
So
this week's news bit, course correction in Berea. Basically, Dave, everybody needs to calm the F down.
It is just a little bit of mini mistakes by a couple of different guys.
It just looks like institutional failure, but this is not what's happening.
I believe, and don't quote me on this, he didn't say it in the media.
Right.
Freddie said, no big whoop. And
no big whoop.
I believe him.
And here's why, guys. Number one, right off the bat, some course correctional notes here. So the offensive playbook, apparently, it actually got printed without collating the pages. So reassembling without the page numbers, they just got way off track. So what they've done is they've opened a FedEx business account, and they now have a FedEx business partner, Tyler Johnston. Right now he's actually busy binding all 53 copies of that playbook. So it'll be all straight, squared away.
they will literally be on the same page. Big problem with the travel day, the extra day out there. Eric Cush lived up to his name. Ended up spending the day out in San Fran with the Merry Pranksters. Showed up to the game tripping absolute balls out of his friggin' gourd on some nasty tabs of White Lightning LSD. Coaching staff hooked him up, the guru, to guide him back to the realm of the practical for this week's game. So
thank God.
Yeah.
That's a long journey.
It is.
And Eric, we're with you in spirit, friend.
Yeah. But this time you're going to need to maybe block somebody.
They've rescinded Todd Munchkin's security clearance down from a TSSCI. He's down to classified now. So what he's been doing is playing with different encryption codes on the play calling. And basically, nobody was getting the right reads at the right time.
Yeah.
It was 128-bit. Baker was using 256. A lot of missteps.
And Freddie was just putting the play sheet over his mouth so nobody could see it. Miles finally finished Bleak House and Don Quixote, so he'll be able to apply some of the literary themes to his game this week. The Dickensian sense of timing is almost invaluable to today's NFL, especially with, like, the hand moves.
Oh, gosh, yeah. I mean, you really have to be immersed in that 18th century London to really know how to get past your guy.
Yeah, how to straight up just get past him.
So Nick Chubb finally released his diss track at Kirk Cousins, further escalating the Cousins-Chubb beef to its eighth. Now we're in the 8th round. Arguably, this one is the most vicious. I've heard it. It is
scathing.
Yeah. I would not want to be in the Cousins camp right now.
He calls Kirk Cousins a dingleberry buffoon. I should probably beep that, but I don't know. And then finally, Mac Wilson, talking about it's our own kind of but legal bounty gate.
Mm-hmm.
Mac Wilson promised to take Freddie to see the Joker if they win on Sunday. So
that'd be nice.
Here's hoping.
Hey, this is Hugh Jackson, and now it is time to know your foe. Back to you, Dave and Dalen.
Hey, thanks for that intro. We're going to talk about the Browns game this week against the Seattle Super Seasonics.
Mm-hmm. Our very close personal friends.
Yes, we had a run-in with Russell Wilson a few years ago.
I don't know if you guys remember that. Eagle-eyed listeners will remember.
Yes, but we no longer know him, I guess.
Well, I'm off the Menchies, so...
Yeah, and I really don't like Starbucks anymore. Anyway, let's start up front with the O-line.
Yeah. So at left tackle, we got son of defensive end Myles Garrett, Dwayne Brown.
We've got either Mike Iupati or Mike Lupati, but I don't know if that's an uppercase I or a lowercase L.
At center, the couple that is like 45 minutes late to your dinner reservation, Justin and Britt.
Right guard on the ones and twos, DJ Fluker.
At the other tackle, well, that's not germane to this conversation.
Backup lineman from the IMF, Joey Hunt, and soda pop inventor, George Fanta.
Now on to the skill positions.
Finally, because those offensive linemen are just a bunch of big galoots.
Wide receiver, Donkey Kong Metcalf.
What you say to your 12-year-old as he's walking away from your Grand Caravan, Tyler Lockett.
Tight end, Will Disley.
Real name. Wide receiver, evil octopus, undersea witch, John Ursula.
A well-endowed underwear model, Phil Haynes.
Kind of some business news in the middle of Know Your Foe this week. I don't know if you read in the news the big merger between the company that makes a lot of different clothing for Major League Baseball and the company that makes the footballs for the NFL. They're going to go by the new name, Russell Wilson.
Backup quarterback, Gino's Pizza Rolls.
The Browns better hope Wilson plays because Geno will burn the inside of the defense's mouth.
At running backs, a stable of guys. TRL host Chris Carson Daly.
And if the colors of the jerseys are too similar, you'll notice him with a blue mesh over his jersey, Rashad Penny.
Let's move over to the defensive end of the ball game, Dave. At defensive end, Jadeveon Clowney.
That's right. Interior D lineman, Al Woods down at Al Woods Chevy.
Poona Ford. Now, what is a humorist supposed to do when Poona Ford is written there in black and white?
We got some depth chart. Leos. 3 fire signs on our hands. Most notably, Funny Papers legend Ziggy Ansah from the comic strip Baby Blues.
Observational stand-up Ben Burr Curvin' the Frog.
At cornerback, a polite and firm handshake, Trey Flowers.
Canadian indie rocker and cornerback Nico Thorpe.
Uh-oh, you got Bradley McDougald.
The miseducation of Lano Hill.
Criminal, Michael Kendricks.
Once Upon a Time in Pike Place, the 10th film by Quentin Jefferson.
Hey, I just went. You go, Amadi.
Famous auto auction, Brendan Jackson, where last month a Ford Puna went for $350,000.
Boom, did it. Redrick Romson, Cedric Thompson, Tedrick Thompson.
The Sweet Life of Shaquem and Shaquille. And on special team, you know what? F*** their special teams.
All right, we're going to call up www.newsegment.com once again for a new segment.
Ooh, this is a good one.
As you know, at the end of Monday Night Football, if you did not go to sleep, if you did not lie down face first like George Michael Bluth, you noticed that at the end of the game,
we had a little Garrett sighting.
Little Garrett Gilbert
Grape
sighting. So you all, let's put 2 and 2 together for you. If you remember the movie from the 90s, What's Eating Gilbert Grape, that's funny because Gilbert is a name. So here's our new segment called What's Garrett Grape Eating? And we're going to go and take a look at Garrett Gilbert's locker and see what wrappers he's got in there and see what he's been eating. Let's take a look.
Open it up here. Okay.
Cheez-Its.
All right. Cheez-Its, everybody.
Eating Cheez-Its. All right, Dylan. Prediction time.
Ooh, time where the money is made.
We have got
is laid,
the reverse
money is paid.
The reverse short week on our hands.
The money is stayed.
Snuck up on us this short week.
Yeah.
Game's on Sunday, but we had the game on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Reverse short week. How are the Browns going to cope? Seattle's got to travel. They got to come into Cleveland.
It's a big trip.
They got to play at like what would be their equivalent of 6 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So that's big for them. Can the Browns bounce back in a major way?
Well, we don't call them the Browns back for nothing.
That's true. You're right.
And as goes the trend, shall go the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
We lose, we win. We lose, we win.
Predicting an 8-8 record this year based on that.
Now, we're also trailblazers, Dave.
It's true.
So, we're going to blaze the trail to victory this week.
Let's do it.
26-17. Browns over the Seahawks. Russell, Athletic Company, Wilson. He's going to get stopped right in his daggone tracks by Myles Garrett.
I agree.
He's going to be thrown over the Joe Burt and not make it.
Yep.
He's going to see number 23 Randall out there
running past him the other way with the ball.
With the ball that he just caught that he threw.
Yeah. So, sorry, Russell. At this point, you'd be lucky to have Geno Pizza Roll go in. Because
we like quarterbacks that can run.
Yeah. So, yeah, I agree with you. 26-17. It's the only reliable answer. It's time for the Browns to win at home. You know, they've run on the road a couple of times.
Got to pop that balloon.
Got to pop that balloon, but not the fun balloon.
The sad balloon.
They got to pop the sad balloon with a frown on it.
Yep.
And I think they will this week. I think it's they're going to bounce back. They're going to watch some film. They, like we said about Todd Munchkin, he's got that all figured out.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't have anything else to say other than the 26-17.
There's nothing we have to say.
By contract, we do have to say some things because we signed a terrible contract.
That is true. We do have to put our name on a prediction. Yes.
But yes, 26-17. Browns over the Seahawks.
Yep.
We get back into the good graces.
3-3.
Good graces of the 500. And that's about it for me. I don't know what you think.
100%.
All right. Thank you for listening, folks. You can follow us on Twitter at Friday Fumble, where we will have a new engagement segment next week by going to newsegment.com, sister site, newengagementsegment.com /engagement. So, yeah, follow us on Twitter at Friday Fumble for all the best gifts and takes. Jake Burns, go f*** yourself. And good luck to Craig and his neck surgery. That was real. So, in conclusion, my name is Dave.
And I'm Dylan.
And this has been your Browns Friday Fumble.